Summer Walker did all that just to tattoo that man on her face. Girl, what is you doing? Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What is going on, y'all? Welcome to another King of Reese video. Let me tell y'all something. Summer Walker, like, literally be inviting us to her drama, and I'm just like, sis, get it together. Oh my gosh, we got so much to talk about in this video, girl. I know it's been a long week. It's been a lot going on. I know y'all don't want to care about it, none of that stuff, but we're going to get into all of that. Summer Walker and Larry. I don't know what type of name Larry is, but I wouldn't even tattoo no name like that on my face. Like, I'm not even tattooing a name on my face, but let alone a name like Larry. So we got to talk about that. We got to talk about Adele. We got to talk about the whole Rittenhouse situation. Chloe Bailey's performance at the, what was this? The AMAs. Chloe, she ate. We got to talk about the Grammys. We got to talk about what's going on with Wendy Williams. This is going to be a two-part King of Reese video. A lot of things I want to get my, commentary on. I want to talk about Sweetie and her performance on SNL. A lot of things like, oh, just go ahead. There's some stuff, I'm gonna talk about, the Rittenhouse situation. For obvious reasons, I can't talk about it too much on this video, but I will be talking about it full detail on my Patreon. So if you're not a Patreon, I suggest you go ahead and sign up for that. But girl, we gotta get into all of that. But before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and get into this mental health check-in. So my mental health is doing amazing right now. My family's in town. Girl, they're making a lot of noise upstairs. I'm trying to get them quiet so I can record. It's been a very busy Tuesday evening trying to get stuff together. I just got back from LA. Just wrapped up some of the project that I've been telling you all about. I don't know if you had a chance to take a look and see some of the stuff on YouTube. The trailer is released. Matter of fact, let's take a quick look at it right now.
Bear Witness Take Action 3.
A 6-part YouTube original series envisioned by creators
Rain Day Gaming, King of Reeds,
Asia Jackson, Jacques Slade,
Smino and Teddy Ray, and The Grapevine. Featuring
special guests Sterling K. Brown, Kiki Palmer, Common, Guapdad 4000, and many more.
Don't miss their premiere starting December 6th through the 8th, only on YouTube.
This is the project and stuff that I've been working on YouTube. It's only a little snippet. You're gonna get a trailer probably the next couple of days, probably sometime this week or probably next week. I cannot wait. It's the I cannot wait. The first episode. I cannot wait. The episode should drop around December the 6th through the 8th. I haven't gotten a specific date, but I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait till you all see it. I am talking about the project more in full on my Patreon. They've been getting behind the scenes footage and stuff and knowing all the tea. That's what the patrons pay for access, and they be getting access. So patrons, this y'all want to shout out and let the girls know what's going on over there. Patreon, the King's Guard, period. But I'm feeling really good. I'm just so excited to be around my family. So excited to, eat and just fellowship with them. I haven't seen them in a minute. And girl, this is just breathing more life into my soul because I need, especially after all this work I've been doing. Yes, so girl, let's go ahead and get into the tea for today. So the tea for today is we gotta talk about Miss Summer Walker. Guys, I haven't listened to her album yet. And honestly, I don't even know if I want to listen to it anymore because I'm like, I don't know. I like Summer Walker. I think she's an amazing person. I think she's sweet when she wants to be. I don't want her commentary on food and diet and all that other stuff. And I really don't. I love Summer Walker's music. I just be so confused of how she invites us into her world, and then when people provide commentary on it, she'd be a little bit confused and offering feedback. So she posted a picture of her boo thing, Larry, as she should. She took a picture. She was laying all up on him. Then you can see she has a tattoo of her face, on her face, of his name, and now he has a tattoo of her name on his face. And come to find out, they've been friends for some years. They've been really, really cool. But they apparently have found love or whatever you want to call it. And I think that's really good for Summer Walker. I think she deserves love, and I think she deserves all of those things. My thing is just, I just want to, for some reason, I want to protect Summer Walker's mental health just a little bit because just not getting a relationship, and now kind of like a high profile relationship. She's talked about on Instagram several times how this man, London, was mentally abusive and all the stuff that he was doing to her. So for her to post another relationship in the public eye just makes me a little bit nervous. This is her life. Summer Walker can do whatever she wants to. She's a grown woman. But I think the response, a lot of people are concerned and just saying, hey, Summer, we just don't want you to go through that mess again. I'm not saying that this is a bad person. It's just that we can't take you going through some more bull crap with another man. Because we know men ain't crap. Like, we know they not, man, like, obviously they just not. I mean, I got a whole series dedicated on Patreon about men that's not being worth nothing. So I think we just want Summer Walker to keep making sickening bops, but we just don't want her to keep coming up, like, dealing with pain that's unnecessary. But I hope this relationship does the things. This is one of the things I've learned about, like, living in public eye with your relationship, is that you invite folks to give commentary on it. And that's why, gradually I started to pull back on my relationship. As I kind of felt that things were kind of like changing. I just didn't want him to be associated with my brand. I'll say someone who I learned that a lot from, that was Maya Scott. Maya Scott, love her to death. She was in a relationship some years ago, a long time ago. And I remember the person that she was in a relationship was going around doing interviews and talking about their relationship. And Maya Scott was like, she was like a kind of internet celebrity before all the others, like before it became like a thing, like, big Instagram influencer, all that, like Maya Scott was that. So he was going around doing press and stuff, talking about her, and I was like, I never want to live there, because now this man's, his relationship, like, is a part of her thing. Like, he's out here, that's his identity, as being an ex of such and such. Luckily, my ex is not like that. He's not done anything to talk about me publicly, but some of his actions and stuff that people see kind of just like come back on me, and I just kind of like just want to protect myself. So I think that's, I'm thinking about what Summer Walker is, that I just don't want her to go through another breakup and then it's another public situation and stuff. Because I've seen friends go through that, and it's a lot, especially when you have a lot of like people paying attention to you. And it's like, girl, the tattoo stuff is already questionable. Folks don't like tattoos. Some folks face out where things are red flag and all, and it just don't seem like, from what people are saying, it seems like Summer Walker doesn't do a good job of picking good men. But I ask you, come on, Nene Leaks, why are there so many trash men? Hey, let's talk about it, period. But that's that. Like, that's all on Miss Summer Walker. I hope you figure it out really, really quick. Because, girl, we don't want you to be down bad again. Let's talk about, oh my gosh, let's talk about what's going on in Memphis with young Dolph and this whole situation of him showing up to this place, this famous known cookie restaurant, black owned, and unfortunately, his life was taken away from him. This has really shocked the people in Memphis, considering I'm from Memphis, like seeing folks who just reacting to it. A lot of folks who I'm cool with was like Dolph was inspirational to them and da-da-da-da. And this is a man that was in his community, involved heavily in his community. Even the people that he kept around him, he made sure that to hold them accountable. Like, he even say, what is it like me taking care of my family, my peoples, and then I'm sitting next to folks in my circle who are deadbeat dads. So he talked about that, and he was in a relationship with a dark-skinned black woman. Like, he was like, I don't care. I know the bar is like literally in hell, but oh my gosh, just to see like a black rapper with another dark skin, like, it's just, you don't see that. You do not see that. You do not see high-profile black men in relationships with other dark-skinned women. It's just, it just doesn't happen. It's like you can literally count on like one hand how many are in. So it's just like, I just feel like he was a good person. Like Dolph had his little homophobic stuff every once in a while. He was, because when he was dragging Yo Gotti on his the cocaine music thing, like he was dragging Gotti. Let me tell you something. I really didn't listen to neither one of them that much. I always heard about Yo Gotti because he actually went for a couple years or something. He didn't graduate from my school, but he went to my high school, Tresman High School. So I knew about him before he even became big. And then somebody who was in our class was his brother or something, I don't know, cousin or something. So yeah, but I kind of liked Dolph. Like, I felt like he was more authentic. I felt like he was really that life. But that one song he said, "Call him your big sister." That takes me out. For those who know. But the whole situation is tragic because, you know, why do rappers go back home or in their hometowns and they experience something like this? One of the things is proximity. Like the place that you are from, you're more likely to experience any type of harm. Like that's just what it is. Like proximity. That's why we call it like domestic violence. It's like it's not happening from people who you don't know. It's more than likely happening to folks who you are like connected to, like people you're around. I don't think this speaks ill on Memphis. I don't think this speaks ill on Memphis at all. I hate when that actually happens because folks be like, Memphis is so bad, but it's not. It's not. It just, you know, it's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things that are going on around there. And you know, hopefully, whatever happens as far as like I hate to say justice, but some type of something needs to happen. Somebody needs to be held accountable because that man, you know, I just don't like, he shouldn't have been taking his life shouldn't have been taken away like that. And it hurt the business because they had to shut down after that. And it's just, this is a black owned business who is like trying to recover after this situation. So McKay's, if I'm pronouncing it right, is the cookie place. And, you know, right now they have a GoFundMe and they're trying to raise funds because they've had to close down because of the incident. And, you know, like, they still got to take care of their workers and stuff. So they got to pay them for their time and stuff. So, you know, it's already a struggle. We're still slightly in some of a pandemic and things have changed. So a lot of restaurants just not surviving. So, you know, this man Dolph was committed to like supporting his community. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I've seen Dolph support more his community than I have Yo Gotti, to be honest. And that's on period. Like that's really sad. So yeah, so many things. Let's move on. I want to talk about AstroWorld. I'm so interested in what this is looking like the next year because there is almost $1 billion worth of lawsuits that have been filed so far. I think probably like a week or so ago, it was 750 million. People, security guards are now suing now. Family members, one family member who said that, you know, their loved one passed away for trying to protect their fiance, they're suing now. It is a lot. And it once again speaks on the whole situation with AstroWorld and Live Nation. First and foremost, having these 50,000 people in here and y'all were not prepared for the things that were happening. Like, you don't prepare if it happens, you prepare for when it happens. And it did happen, and now y'all have to pay up. You know, yes, like every once in a while you keep on. This is the thing that gets me with businesses. Like, when the stuff is going good for them, you know, they say if something happens with us, we don't get to like get our money back on all that other stuff. Like, oh no, girl, you do what you do. But now y'all are, because if I passed away, y'all ain't giving my loved ones their money back for their ticket. If something else, y'all ain't giving no refund back. So now y'all got to not only get refund, but y'all have to pay for everything, all that stuff that happened, all that harm that happened to people. Y'all were not prepared. Y'all were not prepared for any of it. And it showed. It showed. Like, y'all, let it go on. And people say, well, how was he supposed to see all of that? Well, maybe next time rappers and artists and stuff who are on stage can know. I just don't understand how you, an artist performing for so long you've been doing this, and then you don't know what's going on in your crowd. If you don't know what's going on, that means that you don't need to be in the crowd. That means you don't need to be in the front. You don't need to be on stage. I just really don't. I don't get that. So now you got to pay. You got to pay, and it just is what it is. I don't feel bad. Somebody said, "Child, maybe Kylie could get him some money," and maybe so. Maybe she can take some money out. But let me tell you something. Kylie is a super capitalist. She is not going to have that stuff anywhere close to her stuff. She's not going to lose no coin from that. She's not. So they're going to kick, you know, Travis Scott to the curb. I would not be surprised if she divorced him. Or if they're not there. I wouldn't be surprised if she separated from him. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. But baby, they is suing the brand. They filed a lawsuit after lawsuit. And then you got Baltimore's former mayor out here now representing Travis Scott and saying that he was not responsible and da da da. I'm like, girl, you are down bad. It's clicking, but it's clicking down. That man is responsible. Live Nation is responsible. All of y'all are. Y'all let these folks bum rush in this place. Y'all had kids and stuff that shouldn't have been in there. Like y'all, it was utter chaos, and it was profitable chaos for you all. But the moment it became not profitable, now we got to do, y'all. This is it. If you want to be a business, you need to be ready for stuff like this. Like, it's all fun and stuff. We can gloat and money being made, da 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 da. But stuff like, now you don't want to talk about it. No, now you need to pay these folks out, because now you got to figure this mess out. It's ridiculous. So I hope everybody gets the money they deserve, because it is what it is. And I don't want to hear folks say, well, them folks looking for a payout. They looking for a payout, da da da. Yes, they need to be paid and compensated for the grief, the tragedy, and the rebuilding of their lives. Like, you don't know what these folks were supposed to go on and do 10, 20 years from now. We don't know. We'll never find out, thanks to this mess. So, girl, pay them, and keep. So, I want to talk about Chloe Bailey's performance at the American Music Awards. First of all, shout out to Brandy for looking higher. Brandy looked sickening as ever. She looked beautiful. Da 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 da. I love Mama Brandy. I love her. So Mother Brandy, I love Brandy down. The vocal Bible. Period. What else was going on? Her daughter, Sarai, did a interview on what was that? Oh my God, what was it called? The Rio. And I found that so interesting how she talked about her mother, like she was feeling like her mother was ashamed or something. Not that Brandy ever made her feel anything, but she would talk about the reason why she lost weight and all this other stuff. And I think that's a conversation that I want to have, because I've been noticing how, I know this is off subject, but y'all know how I am. I've been noticing how we talk about celebrities and their children. How we talk about how beautiful their children are, but how Kenya's baby was talked about, how beautiful it was. And then how it was talked about with Portia's baby. How, it's this constant, how Kim Kardashian's baby was talked about when she was first born, versus how Blue was talked about as she got older, and how, it's just, we put these Eurocentric beauty standards on children, and these celebrity children really grow up from that. They really grow up in that, and it hurts me. That's why I saw a clip of Kenya Moore when she was talking about that Nene's children look just like her, and it was just like, basically Kenya was being anti-black. She was saying that Nene is ugly, Greg is ugly, and that her children are ugly. Like, that's what she was saying. Let's stop kidding. I said, I did a little thread about it. I know some folks didn't like it, but that was ignorant. Like, when you send her, it's the same thing when Eva was saying that Portia's daughter looked like the dad. Like, y'all know what y'all be doing. When it's a child that looks like, doesn't fit those soft beauty standards, y'all be calling the child ugly. And then these children turn into adults, and they see how the world responds to them. They see the stuff. And now they grow up, and they just they feel slightly ashamed. And Brandy has never for one moment ever came off that she was ashamed of her daughter. Like, she posts her daughter, she loves on her daughter, period. But that's what she was dealing with, and I don't think it had anything to do with Brandy. It had to do with how we look at beauty. How if the child is not light skinned, if it's too dark. Y'all say something. I'm not even interested in jokes about children. Oh, that baby got some pretty shoes. Or I'm not doing that. Let's stop doing that. These are children. These are kids. These are human beings. And we need to stop doing that. I really don't like that. Somebody I know used to do that. And it affected me. I'm not going to talk about it right now. But it affected me, like how they looked at who was beautiful. The lighter children were looked at as beautiful. and the dark-skinned children was not. They were treated differently. So that stuff, like, children grow. I know if I experienced that and I carry that with me, I know that these celebrity children deal with that. I know I got into a tangent, but that really touched me. I appreciate her being so open about that. That touched me. And then also Tammy Roman, shout out to her, talking about, you know, her issues and stuff. All of this, like, I just love to see, you know, people like these celebrities kind of like just show like things that they are experiencing. And like, this is real. I think this really needs to be more happening, because I feel like there's a really disconnect when it comes to celebrities and stuff who are experiencing like that type of stuff. It's like it's crazy, child. But yes, I know I got real. I apologize for that, but I do want to talk about Chloe Bailey's performance, which ate. Chloe Bailey's performance ate down. I can say that she did really good. I feel like Chloe Bailey really took notes. Chloe Bailey really paid attention. She went back and she did. Now, if you want to say anything comparing her to Beyonce, I think this was me comparing, because she went and she took notes and she did the look back. She was like, I told y'all yesterday that the lights don't look good, and they still here. Like, now you have Chloe going and making notes, because honestly, that VMA's performance was not good. The song is not really that song that you can kind of perform to, but Chloe made it work. She made it work on the AMAs. She made it work. She put the mic down. She danced. Like, she was paying attention. She understood the assignment. She was like, I'm gonna do this and that. Like, it was good. She was strong energy. She was moving where it was a very powerful moment, but it was point on point. When she moved, that's what I wanted to see. At the VMAs, I didn't get that. It just gave sloppy. It just looked like it was just overpowerful. It's just like it was just too much in the recipe. But it's not in the recipe. It was just overpowering. It's just like this little one thing overpowered all the stuff. She came in, the VMAs was actually like bananas and smoothies. Like, it's just a girl, you got kiwi, strawberry, everything. Oh girl, I'm gonna take over all that. Y'all can go home. That's what she was giving. It was just too powerful. But this one, it was very balanced. Everything was balanced. It was cute. It was like the Avatar had showed up. So good for Chloe. It ate. That's all that matters with the AMAs. That's the only thing I saw. And Miss Brand did the vocal Bible looking amazing. But I told y'all this was going to be a long video. I have some more things to talk about. I want to talk about Wendy Williams. I want to talk about Adele, and I want to talk about, what else I want to talk about? Look at my notes, girl. A whole bunch of stuff, especially Sweetie, because that's an SNL performance we got to talk about. So go ahead and click part 2 on this video.